Hello, my name is Lucia. Let's go.
Great. Well, let's get started. First question. Could you tell me what places in Valle de Par are the most popular for visitors?
The most popular places are the Guatapuri River and Alfonso Lopez Square.
Awesome, thank you. Next question. Do you know if there are many parks or green areas in Valle de Par? Got it.
Yes,
Thanks for letting me.
there are many parks. I like the Viajero Park and La Provincia Park.
Great choices. All right, next question. Would you mind telling me if there is much crime in your neighborhood?
Yes, sometimes at night there are robbery in the neighborhood.
Thank you for sharing that. All right, moving on to the next question. Could you explain whether most people feel safe walking at night in Valle de Par?
Most people don't feel safe walking at night because for crime.
Got it. Thank you for that insight. All right, next question. Do you know if there are a lot of cultural events during the year in Valle de Par?
Yes, there are a lot of cultural events, especially Vallenato Festival.
That sounds fantastic. All right, next question. Could you tell me how many museums or theaters Valle de Par has?
Valledupar has one important musician, the Vallenato House.
Got it, thank you. All right, moving on to the next question. Would you mind telling me what local food is very common in Valle de Par?
Very common local food is arepa de maíz and sancocho de gallina criolla.
Yum, that sounds delicious. All right, moving on to the next question. Do you know if many tourists try the traditional dishes in Valle de Par?
Yes, many tourists try traditional dishes when they visit.
Could you explain whether there are some festivals that show the local folklore?
Yes, most young people practice traditional vallenato dances.
Got it. Thank you. All right, moving on to the next question. Could you tell me what kind of music is the most popular in Valle de Par?
The most popular music in Valledupar is vallenato.
Absolutely. Vallenato is such a big part of the culture. All right, next question. Do you know if many local bands or singers perform in cultural events?
Yes, many vallenato singers perform at cultural events.
That's awesome to hear. All right, next question. Would you mind telling me if there is a lot of traffic downtown in Valle de Par?
Yes, there is a lot traffic in downtown, especially rush the motorcycle.
Got it. Thanks for that. All right. Next question. Do you know why few people use bicycles compared to cars in Valle de Par?
Yes, first people use recycles because most people prefers cars.
Got it. Thanks for that info. And for the last question, could you explain if public transportation is enough for most citizens in Valle de Par?
Not public transportation is not enough. Many people enough and motorcycle.
Got it. Thank you for sharing that. That wraps up the questions. If you need anything else or want to dive into anything further, just let me know.
Okay, finish. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I'm glad I could help. If you ever need anything else, just let me know. Have a great day.
Okay, thank you. Bye.